tonight's book is called Good Night Owl, and the author is Greg Pizzoli. Owl was settling into bed when he heard a noise. Squeak! It was a tiny sound, no louder than a whisper. A funny noise he'd never heard before. Someone must be at the door, said Owl. Just a minute. But no one was there, so he went back to bed. Can you see who it was? And as he lay down in bed, he said to himself, "Good night, Owl." Squeak! Then he heard the noise again. It's coming from the cupboard, he said. So he went down to take a look. He emptied every shelf, but there was no noise to be found. So Owl went back to bed. "Good night, Owl," he said. And then, squeak, he heard the noise. "It must be under the floor," said Owl. And he pulled up all of the floorboards, one by one. But he didn't find the noise, so Owl went back to bed. Squeak! "This house has a noisy roof," yelled Owl. And he took down the roof. "There," said Owl. "No more noises." Owl got back to bed. The stars and the moon shined down where the roof used to be. Oops. "Good night, Owl," he said. But Owl didn't close his eyes. He didn't dare. He knew that any second he would hear the noise. He waited and waited and waited and waited. Squeak! "It's in the walls!" Owl screeched. "I'll get you, noise," said Owl, and as he tore down all of the walls of his house. But he found nothing. The cupboard was empty, the floorboards were pulled up, and the roof was pulled down, and the walls were gone. Owl went back to bed, and he said, "Good night, Owl." And then he heard the noise. Squeak! Owl smiled and he said, "Good night, noise." And they went to sleep. I hope you enjoyed the story.